Okay, so I'm going to make a pinata of a unicorn from the movie Minions. So what I've done is I kind of hand drew on a piece of like newspaper or whatever. So basically what I did was I found an image that I liked online, and then I kind of looked at it and then hand drew this on here. It's not like the best image. I mean, you can see that I just kind of like messed up a few times, but it didn't matter. I just knew I needed a shape is the most important part right now. So I drew it onto this, and then I cut it out. And then what I did was I put this image onto a cardboard, and then I traced it, and then I cut it out. So now I have this one right here, which is just the silhouette of it. And then so I'm doing a second one because this is going to be the top. So I need one for the bottom. And then I'm going to do like I usually do, where I just put something in the middle to raise it up and then do layers of paper mache. So now I'm cutting out the bottom, which is a little misshaped, but that's fine because once I actually add the layers of paper mache, it's going to look a lot better and it'll be a lot more even. So that's what I'm doing right now. After I do that, I will just do a few layers of newspaper on the paper mache and then the brown packaging paper, and then I will be able to decorate it, and it'll be super fast and easy. I think I can get this done in the same day. So after I do all those layers, I'll just get to decorate it with streamers. I bought white and pink, and that's all I'm going to need for this one. Actually, I'll probably need like a little bit of yellow or gold or something for the unicorn part, the horn. But other than that, that's it. So we'll see what happens whenever I'm done. Alright, so the next step is I like to have something separate them, and that actually serves two purposes. One is to separate the top from the bottom so that I can Mod Podge them together in the center, from the top and the bottom together. And the other is so that I can give it some kind of reinforcement so that the candy is not going to just fall straight through, because whenever you use paper mache, it'll only take a few hits for it to like fall out. So what I'm going to do is kind of make like a belly where the candy is going to hold in, so when they're hitting at the legs, even though they may be tearing the paper, they haven't got to the candy quite yet, so they'll have a few more hits. Because the point of the piñata is that everybody can get a chance to hit. You don't want it to be so easy that they hit it in like 2 hits and then everyone else doesn't get a try. It's not fun. So we want to make it a little bit harder to get to the candy. So what I've done is I've got a piece of scrap cardboard, and I just cut little slits all the way through the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend these little slits like this, and then I'm going to do that to all of them, and then I'm going to make a U shape, so it's going to be kind of like the belly, and then we're going to use a hot glue gun to hot glue it to the bottom, and then once we get that done, we'll be able to glue it to the, or have it on the top as well. Sometimes I will cut little slits on the bottom and the top and then glue this part to the bottom and then a slit to the top, but sometimes you don't really need that. I think I'm gonna see how it works out. I may not need to do that, and if I don't, then I'll just let it be just glued to the bottom and let the top just squish it down. So let's go ahead and see how that looks. Okay, so what I've done is I've made a curve like this. I've pulled all the tabs down. So because it's like this, well, it's gonna be a better shape, but if I put the top on here, it's the right amount of width I'd like for it, like this thick. So if I cut more slits, it's gonna be even smaller, so I don't want it to be shorter. You could always fix that by getting a bigger or longer, wider piece of cardboard, but this is the one I'm using and this is the one I want, so I'm not gonna cut any slits on the top of this because I like it to be like this. And once this is hot glued, this will be firm enough to just put the top on. So that is the way the inside's going to look. It's just gonna have like this part holding all the candy over here, and then the rest of it's gonna be paper mache, and you'll see what that looks like when I'm done. Alright, so the next step I did was I just cut some rectangles out of streamers. I used these pink streamers. I kind of just guessed on what size I would like to have. This one is just a strip that I cut in half, and then I folded it in on both sides so that it's going to be a thin strip, kind of like this one, where the insides are on one side and the other side is flat. And then I use this piece as the line that's going to shape out the mouth.